What's good, YouTube? It's me, your boy Squiddy, back again with another video, another day, another replay. And yeah, in this game, I think I actually somehow go first here. Oh no, I go second. Never mind. Okay, so I'm going second in this game. He goes ahead and sets four, so obviously it's some kind of trap deck, very likely, unless he bricked to like 3 drops or something. So he activates an Eldlich trap randomly, which I was a little confused, and then he changed the other one, and I'm like, why would you do that now? But I mean, I guess. So I go ahead and resolve my terraforming. I'm still kind of blown away why he just activated these traps randomly instead of waiting. It's always good to, hold off your traps until you actually need to use them, because you don't want to give any information. So over here, I know he's playing Eldlich, so I add the field spell, and then I use the effect on the Chalice, because, Chalice is kind of dead against Eldlich. It doesn't really do anything besides boost your attack, unless you're playing the Dogmaticus, but most people aren't, because Nadir's at 1. Gonna add a multi-row and go ahead and activate that to summon the Ray, and boom, all of a sudden there are 3 spells in the grave, just like that. So it's always a good start when you can get 3 spells in your graveyard and turn on the secondary effects of your Sky Striker spells. Summon out Ray. Unfortunately, he does have Skill Drain, which he still activates a little early. You should always wait. So we go into Kaina here just to protect ourselves, obviously having the Ray in the graveyard. But then he strikes it randomly, so we're going to set drones and pass. The issue here is that we need an out to Skill Drain because we can't play the game. Skill Drain is too powerful. So my only thought is I'm going to set the Hornet Drones, and then I'm going to activate in the end phase to put the field spell back on the playing board, because I need the field spell to draw into Afterburners or engage. Those are my outs, right? Like engage and Afterburners. He goes into an XYZ, detaches just to get the trap in the graveyard, pokes for 26, and then is able to set Sanguine. So yeah, we're actually in a really bad spot here, because if we don't draw an out, either by the end next turn or the end of next turn, then we're probably going to lose the game. He has Sanguine set. He has 26 on board. That's a lot of damage. We do draw another Ash here, so we're going to go ahead, first of all, and activate the field spell. He responds right away. Again, a little early on the activation. We're going to Ash here just because we want to, live another turn. Him having a body on board could just even mean we lose next turn, potentially, or very close to it. Even if our life points go beneath 1,000, then we can't, play Cosmic Cyclone if we draw it. So here, a heads up play, I link up the token into the Hayate just to crash it and summon back Ray, because this is the way actually to get a free +1 off the field spell, because I can now target the Ray and chain the effect, summon back the monster. So really, that was a free activation because of Ray's awesome effect that allows us to summon the monster, and because the field spell doesn't need to actually send the target, it says it also, so you reveal anyways. And luckily, we actually see the Afterburners, so this really heads up play paid off. Go ahead and immediately activate the Afterburners, popping his monster and the Skill Drain so that we can search Engage in the end phase. Obviously, he gets a trap to set another Sanguine, which is fine because, we have Ash in hand. We also have a Veiler to potentially go into the Axis Code play for next turn. I decided actually to set the Hornet Drones one more time just so I can take advantage of having a defensive option, and also potentially using the multi-row to reset the Afterburners that we played last turn at his end phase, because multi-row is both players' end phase. So always remember that. Try to set quick play spells so you can use them on your opponent's field, opponent's end phase. He activates Lightning Storm, which is funny. I guess the deck is kind of like a budget deck. He's kind of a newer player. He's using the one-of Lightning Storm from the bundle. He, instead of popping spells and traps, he actually pops monsters, which kind of, does nothing. Again, probably inexperience. We go ahead and also are able to add the second engage. So yeah, now the game's basically over. Even if he has another Skill Drain, we have another out in the form of the second Afterburner. So it's more or less autopilot at this point, just seeing how we can game him if it's possible. He does have another Skill Drain, which is fine. He, again, shotguns the early Sanguine for no reason, but it's fine. Oh, I guess, yeah, okay, maybe not early. He wanted to pop something. I don't know why he would want to pop something now, but I guess that works. So he's going to go ahead and do his chain, summon the Golden Orb. We're not going to Ash it because we already have game, so we don't care. Basically have game, unless, he has Max C or a Veiler or an Ash in hand. Resolve the engage. Just going to Afterburners real quick and pop the Golden Boy and the trap. And just go into Kagari, which is really pointless. I should have just, should have just saved some time and not done all this extra stuff. But I wanted to add back the Afterburner just in case he had an Ash or something in his hand, and then top deck's a Skill Drain. It's good to have him now. So go ahead and use Hulk and, just go into the combo, summon Access Code, attack for game, and that's more or less all she wrote. It's funny in this matchup, you definitely want to play conservatively. You don't want to burn out your resources. You definitely don't want to go, like if he has 3 back row, you don't want to go ahead and try and push a shove Halka Fibrax into Axis Code, because that's obviously going to get negated. So you always want to play safely for the first couple of turns until you have enough resources to make that push without getting punished. So yeah, that's more or less what we did here, and then we were able to attack for a game. And yeah, that was about it for the Eldlich matchup. If you guys like this video, subscribe and like. And yeah, give me suggestions. I'll try to post some more duels one every day.